Hello, everybody. I hope you guys are safe, sound, with your loved ones, and doing okay. Today, I will be making a Palantir video. This is going to be a very difficult video to do, not because of the content, but in general, what's happening with the geopolitical uncertainty, what's currently happening with Israel and Palestine, Israel and Hamas. And I'm trying not to get too political. I was born in Israel. I came to America when I was 1 year old. There's a lot of protests and aggressions currently happening. I feel extremely, extremely terrible for civilians on both sides for what happened and what's about to happen in the following weeks and months. With all of the geopolitical uncertainty, right now is the time to be truly thankful and happy that you're in a country like America that essentially keeps you safe at night and all your biggest problems is pretty much non-existent compared to what people are going through in this world. So with that, I wanted to say big heartfelt to my homeland and to my Jewish people, and big heartfelt support to all the Palestinian civilians out there. I hope that we come to some type of end to this, but unfortunately, this is probably going to get a lot worse before it gets better. Very, very difficult to make content with currently what's happening, but I wanted to showcase that this is exactly what Palantir has been talking about for the last 10 years. Palantir, Dr. Alex Karp talks about uncertainty, talks about black swan events, talks about the unknown, so on and so forth. Currently, with geopolitical unrest between Ukraine, Russia, Azerbaijan, Armenia, Israel, Hamas, Israel, Hezbollah, Israel, Iran, North Korea, South Korea, and China and Taiwan. For lack of better words, shit is getting real motherfucking serious, real motherfucking fast, going 0 to 60, lickety freaking split. The more you have this geopolitical uncertainty, geopolitical unrest, Palantir's value is becoming a lot more prevalent, and it's right in front of your face. Now, I hate what's happening. Especially, I hate even more because this is my homeland, and I firmly believe that if Jewish people didn't have Israel, Jewish people will be wiped out from the face of this earth. And it really sucks what's happening, and I wish that it didn't happen, but it is happening, and it's unavoidable, or you can't avoid what's right in front of you and what's currently happening. The more that this currently is happening, the more you understand that there is a need for software, for a deterrent for future prospects of war. And this is something that Palantir gives the ability to its users. Now, Palantir is most certainly in Israel. Dr. Alex Karp has said many times before there is no second place, but by de facto, there has to be a second place. So the second place would be Israel. Now, Israel comes up with some of the best technology in the world, and that's actually a give and take between Israel and the United States. The United States funds Israel, and Israel in turn gives them some of the best technology that nobody has in this entire world. It's not just a free handout. Palantir is going to be used more and more throughout the world, more and more throughout the United States, our allies, NATO, European Union, so on and so forth. Unfortunately, I think this is part of a broader, bigger plan. I think that this is an alliance of sort between countries like Russia and Iran and China and North Korea to fight a proxy war on many different fronts with the United States and the United States allies. This is to disrupt and denormalize the democratic world, whatever you want, our side, that side, so on and so forth. and is doing a pretty good job so far. As America is becoming more and more depleted, and the allies are becoming more and more depleted in Ukraine, now it's fighting on another front, Israel, and it's already been fighting essentially on a front in Taiwan, I'm sorry. And if something happens in North Korea, South Korea, well, then we have four fronts that we're fighting and ongoing increased inflation. And now inflation is going to go more because the money printer goes more. And whatever currently is happening in the world cannot be avoided because the United States needs to maintain its integrity and its spot as number one, which it still is number one. However, losing strength rapidly under Joe Biden. Now, as shit gets worse and worse, Palantir's worth becomes more and more. Now, I'm not trying to take advantage of shit. I'm just telling you guys how it is, my own personal view. Palantir is much needed and gonna be even more needed. One of the questions about Israel right now is Israel has the best surveillance or thought of the best surveillance, and it was caught with its pants down. And they're never going to make that mistake again. But the question is, where was the surveillance? Where is the data? And I believe that Palantir is going to be a lot more integrated with Israel after this. I believe that these black swan events are not going anywhere, and it is going to get worse, especially when United States citizens are intertwined in all of this. Now, I am trying to stay apolitical and really focus on the value and worth of Palantir here. Now, Palantir, if you guys don't know, is a software as a service. And the software as a service essentially allows you to take all of your data, and I'm talking about billions and tens and hundreds of billions of data points, and actually make it useful. Whether you don't have enough data and you need to make something happen, or whether you have way too much data and you can't comb through it in order to make something happen, Palantir got you covered. Now, people misunderstood Palantir. People still misunderstand Palantir. People don't see the worth of Palantir. But the entire strength of Palantir is simple. Use the data to become so strong that this deters war in the future. I firmly believe not only, but if you take away Palantir, then Ukraine would fall pretty fast. All the money in the world, all the hardware in the world without a plan of attack, which is what Palantir gives you. Not only Palantir, but one of the main reasons is Palantir. And I think Palantir is going to become worth more and more and more. Palantir is slowly and is right now a DoD software prime. And I truly do believe that it's going to be a software prime of all the United States allies military in the future, or if not all, a lion's share of that. Palantir is literally knocking it out of the park with contracts recently, notably $250 million 3-year contract for artificial intelligence and machine learning research and development for Army Command. They got contracts with JADC. They got contracts with the Titan program. They got contracts with SOCOM, so on and so forth. These contracts are going to keep expanding. They're going to get more lucrative, and they're going to go down more in detail. As our foes, as our enemies, as our ops get better technology and better the data and better usage and their own better software, Palantir's work is just going to become multiplied and multiplied and multiplied. Unfortunately or fortunately, there is no substitute for Palantir. We see it time and time again. The biggest enemy of the worth of Palantir is actually political views and political freaking bullshit. As this world is going to become more destabilized, I think after the next election, Palantir's stock will rise to the moon because more and more contracts will be given to Palantir in an attempt to deter that World War III scenario. Now, I'm not just fear-mongering here. I've been saying this on this channel for quite a while. I am in love with Palantir, the vision of Palantir, the the goal of Palantir and exactly what Palantir does. The more I research it, the more I understand, in my personal opinion, not financial advice, purely entertainment and education, that Palantir is going to be one of the most important companies in the world in terms of market cap, or biggest companies in the world in terms of market cap. Palantir, in my personal opinion, is already one of the biggest companies in terms of pure, hardcore abilities, capabilities, and the actual help that it gives the United States and United States allies. There was a hacker attack against Israel where they took down, Israel's website for a little bit, and this is all things that Palantir, can help with. Right now, Israel is looking for hostages in Gaza. That's so difficult to do because it's such a highly populated area. My heart goes out to all the citizens in Gaza right now. And this is also something that Palantir can do. And I'm not sure, but I would assume that Palantir would be somewhere in this operation. Guys, it's clear to see when everybody was making fun of Alex Karp for saying that this world is about to get worse, the Black Swan events, everyone thought he was full of shit. And then this is what happened with Ukraine, and now what's currently happening with Israel, what might or might not happen right now in Taiwan with China, and then possibly what's going to happen with North Korea and South Korea. Honestly speaking, I hope we last until after this next election, and I hope that Trump is back, and I hope Trump, squashes all of this and makes some type of peace, because it is really scary what's currently happening in the United States. And as Trump is going to get back into power, hopefully, God willing, this is going to mean more revenue for Palantir as well in the future. Guys, I'm sorry if this video was not great. I'm clearly shaken up, and it's very difficult for me to talk. I'm watching the news, and shout out to Elon Musk for having Twitter and X. Mario Noel's Twitter space is amazing. Also, Tom Nash is doing a fantastic job reporting on this, and there's a couple of other fantastic channels, and I truly believe this would be totally different if not for Elon Musk and the ability for free speech. And I say that for both sides, right? That everybody gets to talk. But yeah, it's a very difficult video to talk about. But at the same time, this is a finance channel, so I'm going to try to keep it as clean as possible. And yeah, everybody stay safe out there. And yeah, this is a really delicate, fucked up situation that we have in the entire world right now. And hopefully this gets resolved and better. Guys, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And it's a very, very tough situation. Very, very tough situation about what's happening right now. Thank you. God bless. Everybody stay safe. Have a great day. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your Sunday. God bless.